После painful развода Илья already several years quietly воспитывал маленькую дочь alone и hardly находил время для собственной жизни. Днем мужчина worked обычным архитектором, evenings helping daughter with homework and cooking simple dinners. Though life remained difficult, Отец-Одиночка somehow always stayed calm, patient and surprisingly optimistic, despite constant exhaustion lately there. Однажды поздним вечером Илья arrived at luxury hotel, delivering architectural documents wealthy client personally requested. Мужчина hoped quickly finish work and return home before daughter falls asleep. But inside elegant lobby, he unexpectedly столкнулся с mysterious, красивой женщиной, clearly нервничавшей while talking angrily on phone about upcoming family weekend gathering nearby soon tonight there. Женщину звали Виктория Орлова, известная миллионерша и владелица luxury fashion company. Rich, successful, and always confident publicly, now she surprisingly looked emotionally exhausted. After ending phone call, Victoria suddenly turned toward Илья and unexpectedly asked strange question. Вы случайно не умеете pretending быть чужим boyfriend during awkward family events? They're seriously tonight. Илья initially thought woman joking, but Victoria quickly explained situation. Every year, wealthy relatives организовывали роскошный загородный прием and endlessly pressured her finally marry someone worthy. Tired of arrogant businessmen and humiliating conversations, женщина impulsively decided, urgently, find ordinary calm. Man willing accompany her, only for upcoming weekend gathering outside city there together. Hearing this absurd proposal, Илья several seconds silently stared at millionaire, unable process strange request properly. Then man unexpectedly burst into loud, genuine laughter right inside expensive hotel lobby. Shocked, Victoria almost offendedly frowned, because usually people around either feared or admired her, but nobody ever simply laughed honestly near her before tonight. Still smiling, Илья softly admitted предложение sounds exactly like scenes from ridiculous romantic movies his daughter secretly watches evenings. Surprisingly, instead, irritation. Victoria suddenly laughed too for first time entire stressful day. Somehow, ordinary father's sincere reaction unexpectedly made woman feel calmer than conversations with sophisticated wealthy acquaintances surrounding her glamorous business life, lately always. После short, awkward silence, Victoria unexpectedly offered generous payment for weekend arrangement. But Илья quietly refused money, explaining he already works enough and dislikes pretending for profit. This answer visibly surprised millionaire again. Most people around her instantly accepted expensive offers without hesitation, while modest architect calmly valued dignity above financial opportunity there always somehow. Yet despite refusal, conversation between them strangely continued longer than expected. Sitting together near hotel cafe, they unexpectedly discussed ordinary life, loneliness, and exhausting pressure from society. Victoria admitted she secretly envies people living simple, honest lives, while Илья confessed sometimes feeling emotionally invisible after years raising daughter completely alone without support nearby lately there. Before leaving, Victoria quietly looked at him and softly said she never met anyone reacting to her status so naturally. Something inside, exhausted millionaire, suddenly trusted this calm, single father more than glamorous men endlessly surrounding wealthy social circles. And though proposal still sounded absurd, woman unexpectedly hoped he might eventually agree accompany her soon. Несмотря на awkward начало, Илья eventually согласился accompany Victoria на семейный weekend outside city. Mужчина mainly accepted because millionaire honestly admitted she emotionally exhausted from endless fake relationships and family pressure. Leaving daughter temporarily with trusted grandmother, Отец-Одиночка quietly prepared himself, survive strange, luxurious gathering among wealthy strangers there somehow peacefully tonight. Roskoshny загородный особняк Victoria's family looked more like expensive hotel than ordinary home. Elegant guests wearing designer clothes already gathered around enormous garden discussing business, politics, and investments. Entering beside calm, single father instead, glamorous millionaire boyfriend, Victoria, visibly worried relatives immediately begin judging her unusual choice there tonight before everyone gathered nearby together. No surprisingly wealthy guests quickly became fascinated by Ilya. Unlike arrogant businessmen constantly boasting about status, Mужчина calmly spoke honestly and respectfully with everyone around. Elderly relatives especially admired how warmly he discussed daughter and ordinary family life. Watching this, Victoria suddenly realized people around genuinely smiled more beside him than many sophisticated guests attending yearly gatherings there. During elegant dinner, one arrogant cousin sarcastically asked Ilya whether ordinary architect feels uncomfortable among successful, wealthy people. Table instantly fell silent, expecting awkward reaction. But Mужчина only calmly smiled and softly answered that real success means returning home, where child happily waits for you every evening, regardless financial status or expensive clothes there always. Those simple, sincere words unexpectedly silenced entire table. Even strict relatives quietly nodded with respect. Meanwhile, Victoria secretly looked at him with growing admiration. For many years, woman surrounded herself with powerful men desperately trying to impress others. Yet beside modest single father, she wпервые saw someone confident enough remain completely honest, without pretending richer or better than reality. Под вечером family organized traditional dance party inside enormous glass hall overlooking lake. Soft music filled warm, glowing room while guests slowly danced together. Victoria initially planned avoid attention as usual, but Ilya unexpectedly gently invited her dance. Surprisingly, millionaire accepted immediately, suddenly feeling strangely nervous beside calm, smiling architect, tonight emotionally there together peacefully. While dancing under golden lights, conversation between them became unexpectedly personal. Victoria quietly admitted childhood among wealthy relatives never actually felt warm or loving. Family valued status, influence, and perfect appearances above genuine emotions. Hearing this, Ilya softly confessed after divorce he also feared nobody would ever sincerely need ordinary tired father carrying emotional scars anymore lately. For several silent moments, they simply looked into each other's eyes, while music quietly continued around laughing guests. Suddenly, Victoria realized she no longer pretending happy for relatives. Beside this ordinary man, she genuinely felt calm, protected, and emotionally understood. Strange weekend arrangement unexpectedly awakened feelings woman believed impossible after many lonely years inside glamorous yet empty world. Na следующий день, they spent morning walking near quiet lake, away from noisy gathering. Without expensive dresses, business meetings, and family expectations, Victoria surprisingly looked simply peaceful woman enjoying ordinary conversation. Ilya, meanwhile, noticed millionaire increasingly laughing, sincerely beside him. Somehow, luxurious weekend gradually transformed into something emotionally real, neither originally expected there together during peaceful retreat outside city. Before leaving estate, Victoria's mother quietly approached Ilya privately. Woman softly admitted she initially feared daughter once again brought another selfish, wealthy admirer. But after observing them entire weekend, mother suddenly realized Victoria looked genuinely alive beside him. Hearing this unexpected approval deeply touched lonely father who rarely felt accepted anywhere after painful divorce years earlier. Позже вечером, while driving back towards city lights, Victoria unexpectedly asked Ilya, "Stop car near empty roadside viewpoint." Standing beneath quiet night sky, millionaire softly confessed she almost forgot how happiness actually feels. Then, woman looked into his eyes and quietly admitted, "Рядом с тобой я впервые чувствую себя not rich and powerful, just happy." Услышав эти слова, Илья gently smiled and carefully held her hand. What began as absurd weekend arrangement unexpectedly changed both lonely lives completely. Wealth, status, and expensive appearances suddenly seemed meaningless compared with simple warmth growing between them. And driving home together through silent night, they both quietly understood story only truly begins now.